Hi, my name is Deb Weiner. I am ACCA's Manager of Communications and Strategic Partnerships. I have Verlon Wulf from Carolina Cool with me today. Verlon, how are you?
I'm well, Deb. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Good.
Today, Verlon and I are going to talk about ACCA's QA program, but specifically ACCA's involvement with Energy Star verified installation and Carolina Cool's involvement with Energy Star verified installation. Tell me a little bit more about what this is and why this is a program to be involved with.
Well, the QA program has been around for a while, but our government kind of allowed us to utilize it to develop an Energy Star program for an entire house. And basically what it means is instead of just changing out boxes and just changing out ductwork, it has to do with testing and commissioning the entire house, which includes not only proper operation of the equipment, but then proper installation. We use a blower door test, we use a duct blaster, and we go into a whole lot more detail on the house as a system.
That's great. That's really wonderful. My understanding is that Carolina Cool, as a QA contractor, has processed more QI certificates than any other ACCA member. Why is this something that's important to do?
Well, I think that the ramp up was a little slow even for us. And I think, again, it's a matter of getting awareness out there.
Sure.
We kind of glommed onto it because it seemed like a good way to sit ourselves heads and shoulders above the competitors, and it's Energy Star, so it's very well recognized among residential consumers. You have toasters that are Energy Star, and you got refrigerators that are Energy Star certified. Well, now residential customer can Energy Star certify their entire home.
So when you process that certificate, how easy of a process is this?
Well, it's not too easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and in fact, it takes a little bit, and that's why our ramp up was slow, and I'm sure that's why a lot of contractors haven't just jumped on board.
Okay.
But are we contractors that just change boxes, or are we contractors that are going to do a system that long-term is going to work properly for our customer and provides the best energy savings that we can? And that's really what we were shooting for.
Do you think that the extra time that it takes with the process is worth it?
It is something we talk about in the sales process.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, as we're going through our sales process, it's a disclaimer that we have that the customer does not want to do this, and we charge for it. I think we charge $300 because it is a substantial amount of extra work. We have to test in, test out, provide those readings and documents to ACCA and make sure everything is good with all that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But it can help our consumers sell their home. It can give them peace of mind knowing that everything is working properly in their house. And it's not just a box, not just ductwork, it's the entire home that's right.
So when you talk to customers about ESVI, how do you present the value proposition to them?
We talk about why it's important and what we do. We already give several options with our proposals. Generally a good, better, best, or actually we'd like to give 4 options. But then we also give the customers some additional options to clean their ductwork, to change their ductwork, multiple things, air cleaners, UV lights, things like that. Part of those additional options is the Energy Star certification.
Verlon, why don't you tell us about the actual certificate process?
Sure. When the installation is complete and we've ran all of our tests, and of course, like I mentioned, we have to test out. So we're doing a blower door test again, and if we find any deficiencies, they must be fixed. So we do that. We take all the readings, we send it into ACCA, and then ACCA will send out the actual certificate, copy us, and send our customer a copy also. So it gives our consumer an actual certificate that they can keep and show if they ever want to sell the home. And so it's legit.
That's really wonderful. It gives the consumer a lot of added value to the products and the services that they're getting from you and from the contractor, as well as you said, this really sets you apart from the competition.
Right. Yep, sure does.
For other contractors that are interested in participating in the QA program or they're not as familiar with it, what
Mhm.
advice would you give to them and what would you say to them to encourage them to get involved?
Well, I would say to them, to encourage them, is this differentiates you. We've started advertising it now. People have begun to ask for it, and that's why it would be good for an organization to do if they're trying to set themselves apart, which we do. We try to do the highest of quality installations, and this is certainly part of it. When you Energy Star certified a home, it's there. It's everything you can do. So I'd highly recommend it that they look into it. Wes Davis with ACCA can certainly grab them by the hand and walk them through it.
Verlon, thank you so much for your time today. It was a pleasure
Sure.
talking to you, and thank you for sharing your insight about the Energy Star verification process, and
Sure.
for sharing your thoughts about the ACCA QA program.
Great. My pleasure. Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks. Have a wonderful day.